Hello, Flosstube. I'm Nicole.
And I'm Bec.
And this is DDsFlosstube number 4. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. We have a fair bit of stuff to get through today. We've had a pretty busy week with our stitching. We have. We've both been very busy with our stitching. I'm running a little bit behind on other things, but I've been getting there. For those that don't know, I'm actually in the midst of planning to go to Ayers Rock, which is called Uluru these days. That shows how old I am, because it used to be Ayers Rock when I was a kid, and now it's called Uluru. And I'm planning to go with King of Toe Crew, and that's my husband's channel, and we're filming along the way. So we're just in the midst of putting all that together. So I'm running a little bit behind schedule with a few other things in the business because I've been helping him with his. But I have managed to get some stitchy time in, about an hour here and an hour there and all the rest of it. What about you, Bec?
Yes, I've got had a bit of time stitching away the last few evenings.
Awesome.
So that was good. Yeah.
Cool.
Kids were off
doing their
own thing, and I was stitching away. Even last night when I went to pick up the girls from dance.
Yep.
Sitting there stitching away.
Yeah, it's the best way to do it. That's what I do when I go down to dance. I've got to go down a couple of times a week and sit there for an hour. Sometimes only 45 minutes, just depends. So I get a little bit of stitchy time in. I just grab one of my project bags and get that in. And morning coffee has been my one this week.
Yep.
Most of mine's been done in the morning.
Awesome.
I think Monday night I got some stitchy time in as well, which was good.
Cool.
Oh no, the kids have actually left
It all
me
adds
alone.
up.
Yeah, it does. At the end of the day, like I've been writing down the times and stuff like that. I started doing that, like how much I'm actually spending on it and how much I'm ignoring my family. But like when I do it, they're usually getting ready for school. They don't need my help anymore.
Yeah.
Well, your kids are a little bit smaller, so you're more having to help them and stuff like that. And I do have a 3-year-old living here, but on the days that she's home, she just sits there and watches a little bit of cartoons or something like that, or listens to Frozen song. What's that one that I haven't even watched the movie. How tragic is that? Let It Go, yes. Let It Go. I'm not liking. I don't rate Let It Go. Disney, need a new song.
Well,
you need to blacklist that one.
Just need to wait until the next movie.
See, she listens to it in several different languages on YouTube. She's found them all. She listens to it in several different... This is our Monday morning repertoire because... she doesn't have anything on Mondays. So she's home with me on Mondays and we just do stuff together, and she comes out and talks to me while I'm doing quilts or anything like that. But we listen to it in several different languages. We listen to it, and that's the cartoon version of it in several different languages.
Yes.
Obviously other people singing, not the original singer.
Yeah.
And then we have... what I suppose you would call them cosplay. I'm a little bit out of the loop with that sort of stuff. So she watches a couple of these cosplay channels, and they are dressed up as, what's her name? Elsa and Anna. Anna, whatever. Potato, tomato, whatever. Apples, oranges, however it goes. But anyway, I'm not up on the Disney movie, sorry. For all those Disney fans out there, I do not mean to poop a caca on your movie. Okay? But when you're living with a 3-year-old and that's all she's doing, it drives you a little bit balmy, especially because she's an early riser.
Oh, yeah.
So this doesn't start at like 7 o'clock in the morning when, you've had your coffee and you're all coherent and you're all together for the day. I'm talking some mornings 4:30 in the morning, because where we live here in Queensland, it gets bright. It gets bright that time of the morning, and as we come into summer, that's her normal day. She is actually on. It's not a clicker today. She's telling me to stop playing with my pen. So she's getting up at the crack of dawn. So it's and
with that sunlight, she's getting up earlier.
Yeah, even earlier. And so we have Let It Go blaring, and then these cosplay ones. They go. I don't even know the name of the channel, but like I've sat there and watched it to make sure it was like appropriate. But they go to toy stores and all that sort of stuff,
really?
Dressed up as the characters, and they're your age. They're not even young. Like they're actually like in their 30s.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like
good on them.
Good on them, but get a life. Well, they have got a life. They've made a life out of it. So, yeah, no.
Yep.
And I don't know their names or their real names or anything. They go when they're in character. That's who they are.
Who they are.
Yeah, so it's quite interesting to watch, to say the least. So, yeah.
Awesome.
3-year-old. So that I get a lot of stitchy time done in the mornings because of the fact that the girls are older. They get themselves ready. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. And I basically just every now and again go, "Oi, you getting ready?" Yep. I get from the bedroom and stuff like that. So, and Kai's like that.
Kai's getting to that age where she's...
Excuse me.
I've just got a prompter.
Yeah.
And she's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas Austin, you still got to sort of get ready.
Like this morning.
Yeah. Yes, Bec's had an interesting morning, to say the least. So have I, actually.
I love my children. I really do.
This morning was a little bit harder.
It was.
Well, you love them. You just don't like their behaviour.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
It's the behaviour that gets to you.
So sometimes Bec comes here and she's a little bit frazzled. And then we do stupid things. So you'll see by the bloopers. When we put the blooper video together, we want to put about, 5 minutes of bloopers together for you. So that'll be a couple of months down the track. But we'll take stuff from all over the channel. It just won't be from Flosstube. So it'll be quite interesting.
We're always...
Yeah. It's when I'm...
We like to have fun.
Yeah. When I'm filming too for the other parts of the channel, like the quilting and stuff like that, I'll be talking... I'm here alone a lot of the time. And I'm talking to the camera as if it's a person, and sometimes I'll just stop mid-sentence and go, I don't know what I'm talking about, because I've lost my chain of thought. And then sometimes my daughter, where my studio is, her bedroom backs onto the studio, so her window actually comes out into my, because we've closed in our veranda behind us. And so I've got this really long room at the front of the house, and my bedroom and her bedroom are at the front of the house, and one of her windows actually comes into my studio. And every now and again, like especially in school holidays, I do a lot of batch filming for tutorials and stuff like that in the school holidays. So every now and again I'll go, Savannah, what was I saying again? So you hear this giggle, and how would I know? I'm reading a book I usually get. So it gets quite comical. So we're here to talk about stitching, not just about stuff that's happening in our personal lives or anything like that. Mm-hmm. We're not doing any questions today. The only thing the questions that we're going to ask is, what did we get? What are we working on? And what our plans are. So yeah.
Okay.
All right, we can start, Bec. So
what did I get?
Yeah, We'll start with haul today.
Well, as I said in, what was that?
Last week's, I think.
No, the week before.
Was it? Oh, yeah, it was
I have been waiting for this pattern. I ordered it off of Amy's shop on AliExpress.
So that's it there.
It's a little bee. I've been waiting.
There's no glare on that. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I've been waiting and waiting for this. So it finally arrived yesterday.
Yeah, we've been watching the little airplane on the app, haven't we?
Yes. It's like, look, it's landed in Australia.
So, how much was that one?
I can't remember.
Oh, that's okay. That doesn't matter.
That's okay.
I've just
but we'll
curiosity, that's all.
I'll we'll send the link.
Yeah, we'll put all the links down below. Yep.
But I can't remember. I just ordered it because I really liked it.
Yeah.
And we were talking just before.
Yeah.
About, because it's just one.
It's one big panel.
But it looks like they've set it so it's designed so there's like 3 separate pictures within the one design.
So you can sort of just pick that up there. And I was saying that if I was to do it, I'd actually do these bits individual. But then I went and looked at the pattern and went, maybe not, because that's a lot of deciphering to do. So it comes with everything. This is a kit, so it comes with Rosé's floss set, and it's 16 count 8er.
Yeah. And I ordered the oatmeal.
Yeah.
So I think it was oatmeal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oatmeal or mushrooms. It usually goes by. So it comes with all your floss, and there's your the colour. So that's picking up pretty good. So it's that brownish sort of colour, that vintage sort of colour.
Yeah. So I'm excited because I love my bees. I love all the bee designs. I've got them all wish listed on all the websites.
She's not discriminative. She goes to all the websites. because she's got to stitch all the bee stitchy things. And what else did you get?
I'd like to. Imagine my wall.
I know.
Oh, my God.
You'd have to put flowers in there too, because the bees need to land on something.
Yeah, well, I've got those 2 flowers.
Yeah, 2 flowers. That's all they're allowed to have.
There's a flower in that design.
Oh, is there? Cool. Oh, yeah, there is. There's daffodils, aren't there?
Yes.
Is it?
I think that's...
No.
No, it's not a daffodil.
No, it is a poppy by the looks of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No? I don't know what that is. It looks similar to... It's got the same sort of leaf as a poppy.
It does, yes. Also, my next package that arrived was from Journey of a Stitcher, which I ordered.
Yep.
And I've got this one. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Can you
So
see?
this is A Partridge in a Pear Tree. It's by Cottage Garden Samplings from 2011 is the chart. And it's the model in this one is actually stitched on 28 count mocha linen, the colour is, it says. So yeah, that's very cute. I like that.
Yeah.
Cool.
So there's 12 parts in the series, and this is the second one. So it's 2 turtle doves.
And how come you got these? Like, what drew you to those?
I just liked the designs, and I love the 12 Days of Christmas. As a kid,
Cool.
that was one of my favourite songs to sing. I had a cassette tape.
Oh my God! Is it like the Frozen?
No,
it was the Frozen of your day.
It was Disney. It was a Disney
Yep.
Christmas one.
Oh, okay. Yep.
With Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck and Pluto. They all
So
used
it
to
was your Frozen of your day.
I used to play that cassette tape all the time, even when it wasn't Christmas, because I love Christmas.
Yeah.
So there's 12 parts in this series. So I've got the first 2 here.
Awesome. And they came from Journey of a Stitcher.
Yeah.
And she's on Etsy here in Australia. So, yeah, we've been frequenting her shop a bit.
We do.
A lot. Well, I have anyway. I've got I'm hoping that my parcel arrives today on that. So I've got a big parcel coming. So I'll show you that over the coming weeks. So yeah, hopefully it'll get here today. And I don't know if I'm going to be here next week. So we may be just putting up a supplemental video. We're going to try and get some stitching in and actually get a video done before I go. So yep. And what else did you get?
And also I went shopping with Unconventional Cross Stitch. They're here in Australia as well, over in Western Australia. And I got some new needle minders.
Let me hold them up so I'll get a little bit closer. So we've got a little deer. Yeah.
So cute.
And then a little
fairy.
And it's not that little, but yeah.
No, it's not little, but
it's nice. I love it.
beautiful.
I think it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I'm with you. I wouldn't have got the ones that were coloured. I would have got the definitely.
There was a choice of like ones that were painted as well, but I liked this one so much better.
And she's on Etsy, isn't she?
Yes, they're on Etsy as well. Yeah. And they've got their own website.
Okay, cool.
So yeah.
So, and there's their website there. But we'll put that all down below. Yeah. They are on Etsy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
yep.
Cool.
They're on Etsy.
Is that where you found them?
That's where I found them, was on Etsy, and then I went to their website and...
And they got their stuff out pretty quick too, because you ordered that, it was a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was... And
that's because we don't have, our postal service doesn't deliver on the weekends, so it's a Monday, Friday postal service.
Friday.
So that we don't get deliveries on the weekends, so it could have arrived in Kingaroy on Friday and sat there until Monday. When did you get it yesterday?
Oh yeah, I only got it yesterday.
Okay.
It arrived yesterday.
Yeah.
And I went and picked it up from the delivery centre this morning.
Sweet.
So that was my other little surprise.
Yep. In the mail.
So excited.
So what else? Is that all you got for haul today? This week? Yep.
That's all I've got for haul this week.
Cool.
Pretty excited.
Awesome. Well, I've had a few things come in too. My best one, I've got lots of good stuff, but my best one was a birthday present from Bec, from the same store, and it's a Day of the Dead. And I'm pretty sure, we were talking about it before, pretty sure that I've actually got this in a diamond painting.
Yeah.
So it's absolutely beautiful, and I was very, very surprised. I love it. And so, yeah, that's going with my collection. I've actually started collecting them.
Yeah.
I don't actually use needle minders.
Yep.
Because I'm not in a hoop and I'm stitching in hand, so I find that they just get in the way. Although I do have one usually sitting on the table where I'm stitching, and I'll just sit the needle there if it's run out, so I just don't lose it amongst all my stuff. Because
there's lots.
Yeah, there's lots of stuff going on.
Time.
I've always got projects and all the rest of it. So if I am stitching, I just have Piggy from the Fat Quarter Shop that I use. But these sort of ones would be just collectibles. But I love it. It's absolutely gorgeous.
And we tested it out.
Yeah,
Did we get that right?
It's pretty strong.
Very strong.
I tested it on I got a diary this week for my birthday from my daughter, and I actually put the bit in here and then put the magnet underneath, and it dragged it across. So the magnet is pretty strong in them. But we'll link that all up down below where you can get those. So yeah, another great Aussie shop that we've found.
Yeah.
Well, Bec has found this week. So yeah, so I got that. I also got some stuff from the Fat Quarter Shop again. So I got, because when I'm stitching, I generally am out in the sewing room, and I either have my phone or I have my computer going, but my computer's getting a little bit tired, so I'm not having it on as much because I have to use it for editing and stuff like that, and I don't want it to die before I get my new one. So I've been using my phone a bit, and I use my tripod usually to sit the phone in so I can see it, or I lean it up against my computer. But I noticed that the Fat Quarter Shop had these little I don't know what they're, pop pockets, is that right? Pop sockets, sorry. Yeah, to use on your phone. So I got that. So I can't read it because it's not written properly, but yeah. So I got one of those to put on the back of my phone so I can just tilt it up and then it'll be easy to see. Awesome. So I was happy with that.
That'd be very handy.
Yeah, it is. And it's I put it sort of, pulled it off and popped it out, and it gives it a good angle, so it actually pops up pretty high. Wow. So I'm pretty happy with that.
That'll be good.
And you can see on there that you can use it for texting, photo taking, video chatting, and or a media stand. So there you go. That gives all the different things that you can use it for. So I haven't put it on yet, but that's going to happen today. And then I also got some more floss packs. So you might remember a couple of weeks ago I got in Christmas and autumn. I got another couple in. So I've got the vintage one this time. And look at the colours in that. That is absolutely gorgeous. They're just packs that they've put together of Weeks Dye Works, which is a mouthful. There's 20 skeins, 100% cotton, and there's 5 yards on each skein. So that's a lot of floss. And there's some absolutely gorgeous colours in there. I just love the variegated. Like, look at that purple there. That is absolutely gorgeous. I love it. Did that focus properly? Yep. No sheen on it. But yeah, so that's I'm really happy with that. And then I've got this one, which is spring, and I just love. I've got to find a project to use in these colours. They're just absolutely gorgeous. So bright and cheerful, and just so pretty on that. Yeah. So, and this one has 15 skeins in it, again 5 yards, and it's called the Stitcher palette, and they're on the Fat Quarter Shop. I think they're exclusive to the Fat Quarter Shop because they're in their packaging as well. They are too, so yeah. So I thought that's a great way to get some of those really fancy over dyed flosses.
I'm loving the spring.
Yeah, the spring one is just gorgeous. That red,
those colours are so lovely.
That Liberty is just gorgeous.
Yeah.
Like, look at the colour.
Very nice.
Look at that red. That is just beautiful. And see, I've never used these before because, as you know, that Bec and I are really new to cross stitching. So this is all new and exciting for us. I mean, some of you are probably watching going, yeah, so what? And, you know, saying it. Yeah. For us,
we're excited.
It's exciting. So, yeah. There was also, leading up to Halloween, I've been looking at all Halloween sort of stuff. So we have a stitch along that we're doing with Stitchomany. Yes. And we got our frames the other day, which I haven't got printed off, but we got our frames the other day so we can start stitching that. And after the video today, we're actually going to coffee tea dye our Ada fabric so we can get started on that. So hopefully we'll have that to show you next week as well. But I also have been looking at other Halloween designs. So I got the first one in this one. It's published by Creative Poppy, and it is Black Cat Hollow by Barbara Ann Designs. And when I seen it, I just thought it was absolutely lovely.
And I came in, when was it, Tuesday on your birthday.
Yeah.
And went, I've been looking at this one, I really like it.
And I'm like, yeah, I've got that coming. So, well, the first part anyway. So that's part one, and there's another 2 parts to it. So I've got part 1, and I've already put floss in there. I'm just starting to get all the flosses together, so I'll be ready to start in October. So that's going to be a start in October. And then I've been floss tubing away over the sounds like a almost like a drug habit, really. I've been floss tubing away over the last week, and I've come across a couple of different floss tubers through recommendations of other people that I've been watching and stuff like that. But I come across Erica D, and she has an Etsy store called, I'm just looking at my notes here, Stars Hollow Stitcher, and she's doing a charity pattern called Trick or Treat, I think it's called, and I'll just double check that. Oh, sorry, Halloween Crow. And she's just put that together, and it's a little charity one, and it goes to a cat shelter that is a no-kill cat shelter in Colorado Springs.
Colorado, yes.
Yeah. So it cost me $3 here in Australia. It's $2 American, I think it was. I'll just link that down below, and also her YouTube channel. And yeah, so I'm going to start that. I thought it was just absolutely cute. I've got a couple of the threads coming because I'm using the Core Fall ones. It was another brand of thread that I haven't used, so I thought so I thought that I would give that a go and see what I think of them. And it is Classic Colourworks is the purple that she's called for. So, and I've got purples there, so I'm just going to use a different purple than what she suggested. And Gentle Art Floss. So I've never used any of those, so I'm going to give that a go. So that was another one that I got.
Awesome.
And then my one that I have been eyeing off for ages, I'm just in love with it completely. It's by Little House Needleworks, and it's Farmhouse Christmas Grandma's Quilts. So I just had to get that, and I'm doing these up as Christmas ornaments, so they'll just be on their own. It won't be going, well, I'm in two minds. I'm actually in two minds, whether I'm going to do it as a big one, or whether I'm going to do it as single ones, because I went onto their website and they've got a free frame to put it around, and I've printed that off to go with it. So
so now you're not sure what to do.
I'm not sure what to do. So I've got the quilt one, and I got the barn one. I just had to get it. It's Baba Black Sheep, actually.
That's cute.
So I had to get that one as well. So I've got those two that have come in, and now I've just got to kit them out. And then I went onto their website, and I got their free border that goes with it. So I'm in two minds whether I'm going to do it as one big piece or whether I'm going to do it individually. And, you know, there's probably nothing stopping me from doing one big piece and working over a little bit each week on it, and then doing a couple of them singly for the Christmas tree, and have it as a theme for that Christmas.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So yeah, so that's sort of where I'm at with that.
I'm liking that idea.
Yeah, I don't mind that idea.
Yeah.
No, that's sort of where I landed this morning after looking at it again. And I had actually quite a bit come in. So most of the first stuff came in. That was all from the Fat Quarter Shop. The Farmhouse ones, that came through from the Threaded Needle down in Victoria. So I got them, yes. I'll link it all down below so you can go and suss their websites out and all the rest of it. That was the only place that I had come across originally when I was looking for those.
Oh, okay.
So, and they actually came in last week, so I forgot to show them last week. That was actually the beginning of last week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they had come in, and I put them in the cupboard and forgot they'd come in. So yeah, so then I have been, because there's so many different fabrics out there that people are using and stuff like that, and everything calls for something different, I thought that I would just do a little bit of shopping on fabric. So I think I showed last week the stuff that came in from Sew It All Australia.
Yes, you did.
And that was all the 8ers that I got. Then I went back onto their site and I looked at some 16 count, and they had a 16 count even weave. Which I don't think I have here, or maybe I do. No, I don't have it here. It's in the cupboard. But so I grabbed some of that just to see what the difference was. Whether I use it or not, I don't know. You may end up with it. Savannah may end up doing it because she's saying that she wants to get back into cross stitch now.
We were talking about it the other day.
Yeah, so she's been seeing all the stuff that I've been getting, and so she wants to, and what I've been looking at and all the rest of it. So I have a sneaking suspicion that she's actually going to get back into it. But I went to 123 Stitch because, and I ordered this before I went on to Sew It All Australia, because it was the only place that I could find the actual brand Monaco Even Weave Lagana. So I got I just ordered it. I got a couple of different colours. So I've got some white, which is not coming out now. So yeah, I got some white, and I just got 3, like, I think they're 20 inch by 24, because I thought they were big enough if I wanted to do a really big one. And it's a 20 inch by 24 inch, and it's 28 count. So, and I just wanted to know what it felt like, and I actually like it, and because you can't really tell when you're watching these videos what it looks like. You can't see the fibres, you can't feel it and all the rest of it. So I thought I'd get some, and so I've got it here now, and I can just play around with it and maybe do some stuff on it. And then they also had it in a tea dye as well, they call it. So it's already in the colour that I like. I like that colour. And it is, tea dyed. And it's the same size, so 20 inch by 24 inch. So I'm pretty happy that that's come in. And then I just kept looking, and I grabbed a little piece of this one, which is, it is a 28 count chalkboard black linen fabric. It's 13 inches by 18 inches. So I grabbed that to just see what it was like. It's very, like, you can see through it, like you can probably see my hand through that. Like you can actually see me through it on the camera. I don't think I will do anything with that at all. I just don't like the look of it.
Yeah.
I don't know how to sew on it because I'm new, so, and I just don't like the feel of it either. And I'm that sort of person that has to like what they're sewing. Otherwise, you seen last week, I just move it on.
Yeah.
So I don't think I will do anything on anything like that. So these are actually getting put aside for giveaways.
Cool.
So we'll have a giveaway in a couple of weeks.
When I get, you know now.
And I just don't like the feel of it. And even when you picked it up, you didn't really like it either, did you?
No.
Yeah, weren't real happy with it. So yeah, we're going to do them as a giveaway in a couple of weeks. And then I've been eyeing off hands-on design, chalk on the farm and stuff like that.
Oh yes.
Yeah, so I've been eyeing those patterns off, and I'm seriously considering getting them, and I got some black Ada for that, so that's on 14 count. I do like working on the 14 count, but I'm really excited to get started on the 28 count too. I love the feel of it. I actually like it better than the Ada, so I've got a feeling that I'll be on even weave before we know it. And there's a few things that I'm still doing on Ada, like there's some things that just look good on Ada, and you know, I'm still finding my way, so to speak. So I've got all that stuff in. That's going over there to the cupboard, so I know to pack that away because I'll trip over it. Otherwise, it'll sit on my table. So, and with that coming in, I am now fully kitted out for the Lizzie Kate How to Be a Mean Mother. So I can get started on that. So that's got all of the Weeks Dye Works floss in there. I got my last 2 come in the other day from 123 Stitch was the only place I could find the colours, so they've come in, and I've put in and that's getting done on even weave, 28 count, and the tea dye. So I don't have to worry about dyeing it. I don't have to worry about anything. I can just good to go. Yep. So I'm pretty excited about that, to start that. I've been hanging to start that. What else did I get? That's about it. Oh, we went to Big W on my birthday, and I had to get this bookmark. I'm actually going to make that up for Savannah.
Are you?
Yeah. Okay. Well, she's the bookworm of the house. So, yeah, it's a wiener dog. I'll either do it for Savannah or I'll give it to Halloweeny. So, yeah, it was like $5, and it's got everything that you need in it. And I just thought it's a good little one, you know, chuck in my bag. I can do it down at dancing or something like that. I just thought it was cute. Or if it's sitting there for a while, the kids might want to come out and do something.
Yep,
so,
that's true.
Yeah, so that's all of my haul this week. So yeah, that's pretty much going to be, I've got a couple of patterns that I'm eyeing off, and I'm just waiting on the Journey of the Stitcher one. Okay. Yeah, so when that comes in, I'm pretty excited about that.
That'll be very exciting.
Yeah, I'll be jumping out of my skin because I am excited.
I'll hear you from my place.
Yes, pretty much you will. So yeah, alrighty. Awesome. So moving on to whips now.
Yes.
As I said, we've been busy stitchy on that, so you can go first.
Okay. Well, I grabbed my mushroom and did some more on my mushroom.
So we've gone up the side this time.
Yeah.
Yep. it's come along nicely. I do love that red. That is a beautiful red.
Yeah.
And we have no idea what colour it's called.
No,
It's from a Lifeline haul.
Yeah, from my stash.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Gifted.
You got that from the art.
Many years ago.
Probably was your auntie, so yeah, cool.
Yep. So I've done a little bit more on that, and I got a little bit more done on my country cottage. Can you see?
What is it? Quilter's Cottage, isn't it?
Quilter's Cottage.
Yeah, by Laurie Holt. So do you have the chart there at all?
I do.
It's way over there. Yeah.
I can quickly grab it.
Yep. It's nice to see the picture. So that is what it's going to look like. And it's from the, it's so Emma Stitchery, designed by Laurie Holt, and you're doing the letters at the moment.
I am.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
I thought that was an easy spot.
Easy spot to start. And you're doing it on the you're doing the called for colours and on the burlap, aren't you?
Yes, on that.
Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm. Vintage cloth.
Vintage cloth, that's it.
Awesome.
And it's a 10 count.
10 count, yeah, that's right. Cool.
And that's all I've done this week. So I didn't do any on the one that you passed on to me.
That I gifted you last week.
Haven't got to that yet, but I will. This weekend I'm going away, so I'll take it with me and
Awesome.
See what I think of it.
Well, I have had a really productive week. As I said, I've just been stitching over my morning coffee, as you do when you've got older kids. Although I didn't get as much as I wanted to get done on one, but nonetheless, I got some. I got
some done.
I sat down to do it over this was one morning that I kept getting interrupted. So I think I put in maybe 15 stitches, which is the sunflower one, the chalkboard one that I've been working on from Hands On Design. So this is the one that I've been working on. I think I got maybe 10 stitches, maybe 15, 20 at the outmost. Every time I picked up the needle on this one, I got interrupted. It was either it was
wasn't
either
the week for it.
No, not at all. Either the phone rang, or someone knocked on the door, or the kids wanted something, and so it didn't go to plan. And it was just a couple, probably only 10 stitches. It was just a bit of the green down here. I just got a little bit done down there. There was a few stitches, and that's all I got done. That's it. So, but nonetheless, it's progress. It is progress.
That's it.
Yeah, in the end, I just went, you know what? I give. All right, you win. Everybody, you win. I'm not doing any more. I'm getting up from the table, and that's that. So, so I didn't get much done on that. But still, I progressed a little bit. So I'm pretty happy with that. I've also gone through all my kits and just put like highlighters in them and needles and all that sort of stuff, and so everything is in there. I don't have to go from one kit to another. So when I grab a bag now, I can just
literally just grab that
bag and go. It's got a pair of scissors in it, it's got a highlighter, the charts are all in there, the needles are in the front of the bag. I wondered where that went. I was looking for it before, like I thought it would have been in the fabric. So I've just got everything kitted up now, and I can just grab it and off I go. So that's that one. And then I started on my Christmas one because I'm pretty keen to get this done by Christmas. So I think last week I showed that I'd done some of the frame.
Yes.
Yeah, and this week I managed to get some of, and this was like 2 hours with the kids out here talking to me while I was doing it. I don't know if you can see, is that focusing properly? Yeah. So I managed to finish doing all the white. I think I had a couple of stitches left to go in that bottom border, and then I started on the vase and I did my little heart, and that's all I've got done this week. But that's pretty huge progress. The kids are out here doing their homework, so I sat here and was stitching away and got that done. So it's a little bit closer, so I'm pretty happy about that as well. And then last week we announced that we're doing a sew along, and it come to light that I'm actually most likely going to be travelling on the 1st. So the other night, Tuesday night, I sat out here until about, I think I started it at like 8:30 or something, whatever time I sent that picture through to you. I actually started my spring sew along on my birthday, And the reason being is because we've got to do testing of the car and stuff like that before we get in it and drive to Uluru, because it's a 6,000 kilometre journey. So I made a start on that, so for the first. But I haven't posted any pictures or anything like that on Instagram because technically I'm not supposed to start to the first, but I'm not actually going to be stitching on the first. But I managed to get, so the one that we're stitching along with is Country Cottage Needleworks Seasonal Celebrations, and we're doing spring, and it's in celebration of all of the Reed household spring babies. So we're doing that. And I managed to get the pole and the S done. And that was about an hour and a half, 2 hours I did on that. So I'm pretty happy with that. So that is my official start for Sunday. But it's being Father's Day here in Australia. We're going out for the day and I'm not going to get to start that. And I want to be able to post something up on Instagram. So I just done it a little bit early. So I've kitted all that up as well. And I also did, which now doesn't want to go back into its little pouch. It's being difficult. You know how it is. You get it in once and then you never get it back in again. And I did something a little bit different. I come across, yesterday I did a tutorial on how to make a little coin pouch, and then realised that I actually don't use them for coin pouches that often. Only, like I use them for cards. I use them for everything else but coins. But I've made these little coin pouches as a tutorial yesterday, a live tutorial on the channel, and you'll be able to see that. We'll link up that down below. But I actually use these to put all my needles and everything in. So I've gone back through all my project bags and I've added all my scissors and my needles and anything else that I need in there. And I use the top of the pouch for a needle book. So you can see all that over there. But when I went looking for the pouch, just to have some different colours to show, I come across my sashiko, and where is it? There it is. And last night I managed to, while I was sitting there helping in your toe, I managed to get, this had just a little section left to do. Was that one, was it? Yes, it was that one. This is a big panel, yeah. Yeah, this is a big panel. It all bleeds into one after a while. It's a big panel, so you can see there, it's just a stenciled one. And it's all, like, it's huge. It's absolutely huge. It won't fit on camera. But you can see here, I haven't done much of it in the bigger blocks. And this has been sitting there for ages. And there's one that I've done previously. And it's just a running stitch. But I just had that little, it's this one here. I just had this little corner left to do. So I did a bit of that stitching last night. It's not cross stitch, but it's still stitching nonetheless. Yeah. So I got that in. And then I found a couple of other embroidery ones that I had started a few years ago, and I've pulled them out, and I'm just going to put a couple of stitches in it whenever I get a chance, because they're just sitting there. They were ones that I bought with the intention of doing when I retired, not while I had the kids. Yes. So I've got like whole blocks of the month, which they go into a quilt and stuff like that. Wow. So I sort of put them aside. I think one's Leanne's house, down in the garden or something it's called. Another one is all teapots and flowers, and there's another one where it's about friendship, and it's like a lady. It reminds me of Audrey Hepburn, and it's got a hat. She's got a hat like Breakfast in Tiffany's, that black hat that she wears, and it has a button that goes on it. And I bought those with the intention, there's like 8, 9 and 12 blocks through the different quilts. Yep. And I bought them with the intention of doing them when I retired, like after the kids had left home and all the rest of it. Unbeknownst to me, I was going to end up with a 3-year-old, but yeah, anyway. Granddaughter living with me, so that sort of put a bit of kink in it. So they've all sort of been just set aside, and I had actually started them when I was learning to do embroider, and I've just set them aside. So I've come across them, and I'm going to pull them out and keep doing them.
Very good.
Yeah, so that's
been re-inspired.
Yeah, pretty much. So that's all of my works in progress. Do you have any finishes?
No, I don't have any finishes.
No finishes?
Do you have some finishes?
I have a finish. I have a finish, finally. And I actually have a fully finished object.
A fully finished
object. So an FFO, they call it. So, as you know, I was working on the mushroom. That was the first one we got. And I got this finished on Monday. So, I think that's when I finished.
I think so.
So, it was Sunday night or Monday. So, I actually finished my little mushroom. So, it's fully finished, into the pin cushion. I did the back stitching, and then I realised this morning that I missed a bit of back stitching, but you know what? Hey, that happens. And all my little mushroom, you can see my little mushroom pins there. I got them from, I want to say Stitch Harmony on Instagram.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I'll have to look that up. I think it was Stitch Harmony on Instagram. I got them from her. She makes pin cushions and stuff like that. And she also makes these pins. So I got these little mushrooms to go into my mushroom one. And I'm so stoked. That is my first ever finished cross stitch.
Well done.
See, I don't always have UFOs or works in progress. So yeah, it's done. It didn't come with a pattern to cut it out or anything, so I sort of just eyeballed it, cut around the outside, and then I just put like a butterfly fabric on the back and stuffed it with some polyfill that came with it. So yeah, so it's done. And Mia comes out and goes, "Are you working on the mushroom?" It's finished.
It's finished now.
Ooh, beautiful, Mima. So yeah, that is my stitchy week. I've been so excited to get it all done.
That's
I'm
so cute, that mushroom.
Yeah,
I love it.
I think it's great.
I can't wait to get mine done.
Yeah, fully. Hopefully, it inspires you to get done. And I think I did all. Like, I am so proud of. Like, I'm going to toot my own trumpet here, but look at those vines and those little. There's French knots all over that for the flowers as well. Like, this is someone that doesn't stitch, like hand stitch very often. And I'm still relatively new to, well, I'm new to cross stitch, and I'm relatively new to any sort of hand embroidery. But like, I've even got a little doorknob on there in a French knot. So I am really, really proud of myself. Like, my family don't get it. I know you guys get it, but my family doesn't get it. I show them and they're like, eh. I'm like, gee, shall I be that excited when you're doing something? Eh.
See how they like it.
Yeah, they don't, because I have done it.
Oh.
Yeah. One of them were really excited about something, and I tried to be excited about something the day before, so I just went, eh. And they were like, just looked at me. What did she do that for? And then the penny drops. So, yeah, that's it for this week.
Awesome. That's so cute.
Yeah, I know. So we're super excited. Our stitch along is starting on Sunday. As I said, I had to do a little bit of sneaky in there because I'm not going to be available on Instagram. So I will, on my travels, post that up, but I'm not going to have the opportunity to stitch. So I think you're going to do a little bit of stitching on the Sunday.
Yes,
of that.
I will be.
Yep, so you'll be doing the start. So that'll be good. And we're coffee tea dyeing our fabric for Halloween. So we're pretty excited to start that as well. I'm not sure if I'm going to get it started next week, but
we'll see.
Yeah, see how I travel. I might get an hour in or something, might get a little bit in. So just depends how much they annoy me in the morning. So yeah. So have you got any plans for next week? Just basically just get in and get stuck into it?
Yeah, I want to try and get some more of the Quilter's Cottage done and the mushroom.
Yeah. So you've got a little mushroom too.
Mushroom.
Yeah.
And then Sunday start on the stitch along.
Yep, the spring one.
Yes.
So yeah. And you've kitted out for that?
Yes, I have.
Yep.
I
cool.
have.
Yep, cool. Awesome.
I think I need to make a project bag, but
Yes, you do.
I
Yes.
do.
Beck goes home and doesn't sew.
This is where my inspiration is.
And Beck hasn't had time to sew in the last couple of weeks because we've just been absolutely flat out on that. So yeah. And usually she just gets, like, I'll have to do a project and I just give that to her so she doesn't have to worry about it. But I said, you're going to have to make some project bags, man.
I've got to get in.
You've got to get into it, yeah. You just got to bite the bullet, get in and do it.
That's right.
Alrighty, so we have some shout outs this week. We're going to end the video with some shout outs. You can go first.
Okay, my shout outs are to Nicole from,
Yeah,
Journey of a Stitcher.
Yep.
Yes, because she's been watching us, because she, in my little parcel, she put a little note that says she's been watching us. So,
hello,
Nicole. And also to Tia from Calm Creations.
Yes, she gave us a shout out on her second floss tube.
Yes,
So she's a new floss tuber. And she doesn't get to craft very often. So yeah.
No, yeah.
It
was so awesome to see
a
fellow cross stitcher here in Australia doing their floss tube, and in Queensland, not only Australia.
Yeah, she's only 4 hours down the road.
Yes.
From us. Sorry, we often say down the road because we've got to travel everywhere, so it is just down the road for us. So she also left a post on Instagram yesterday as well. She made one of the project bags, which is the tutorial for this one here. And for the coin purse, she went and watched that. And she doesn't normally stitch or craft during the week. She's a weekend crafter because she works. She works. Obviously works full time, so limited time, has family and all that sort of stuff. So thank you, Tia, for the shout out. We really do appreciate it. And thanks for sharing all the projects that you made yesterday. And I hope you aren't too tired today. Yeah, so that was really nice. It was quite a surprise.
It was. It was good.
And that's all your shout-outs?
That's my shout-outs.
Awesome.
Yes.
Okay. I have a few shout-outs that I found across the way. Well, Tia was one of them as well. Erica D was another one that I've been watching all her videos and thoroughly enjoying seeing the progress because I sort of go back and then watch through. Sometimes when I first find it, I usually go and watch the first one, like the most recent one. Yeah. And then I go back and watch the rest. Oh, so, and when I'm stitching, I've generally got them going on, like, in the background, and I'm just sort of looking and all the rest of it. Another one is Anna Yu. She's just a new Flosstuber as well. So I think she just put up her second one. Hopefully I'm not getting them all mixed up. But, yeah, and she made she just finished doing a sunflower one, and it's quite large, and she's thinking about turning it into a tote bag because there's reasons behind it. Go and watch her second one, and she'll explain why she wasn't real happy with how it turned out. Okay. And I can't remember if she's a new cross stitcher or whether she's been stitching for quite some time. But yeah, I left a comment there for her because I think she should turn it into a tote. I think it would be perfect as a tote. And it was a stenciled one, so it was a pre-printed one. Oh, yes. It wasn't a counted one. So, yeah. And she goes into detail about it in her second video there. So, yeah, go head over and have a look at what she's been working on. And the other one is I've just come across this week, and this was recommended by Stitching with my bestie, who we shouted out last week because I just think they're a hoot. And Tina was back. She was going to stop after the fourth one, but she's come back. Oh, okay. Yeah, after the third one or fourth one. Yeah, one of them, and she's come back. So, yeah, I was pretty excited to see Tina. I think she's great. And Gina's wonderful as well. And I realised after I left them a comment that I had spelt Gina's name wrong, so I do apologise for that, Gina. I will make sure I spell it right next time. Yeah, so obviously I don't watch your opening because I watched your opening on the latest video and seen that I spelt it wrong, so I do apologise for that. And the latest one that I found, as I said, this is through Stitching with a Bestie, and it's Erin from 2 Martini Stitcher. She is a hoot. I'm watching her videos at the moment. I've gone right back to the beginning. And I watched her most recent one, and now I've gone back to the beginning to get a better understanding of Erin and why she's stitching the things that she's stitching. And, so she's got 3 daughters, all teenagers, and so in her video that I watched the other day, she was saying that she needed some sanity, and that's how she's coming to the cross stitching. And she's just like talking about the grips that she's found and stuff that she's done with Mania, and how she was doing things one way and then she went and investigated and all that sort of stuff. So great videos. Head over there, have a watch. She'll be there for a while. She's got 13. She gets in there and shows her progress and all that sort of stuff as well, and I'm absolutely loving her. Awesome. So it was a good recommendation from Gina and Tina, most definitely. So yeah, so if you haven't watched her, go over and have a watch. I'm gonna go. Yeah, she's just got some great. She's doing some Harry Potter stuff, and Savannah. Seeing her, like I told Savannah about it, and I think that is actually what is inspiring Savannah to get back into it. She started stitching about 5 years ago before I even looked at cross stitch or anything like that, and she's all self-taught, but she hasn't been doing a lot of stitching lately, so I'm really happy that that's pushing her back into it. So I'm super excited about that. And so thank you, Erin. You've inspired my daughter to start looking at cross stitching again. So that's fantastic. I know, I'm pretty happy about that. Yeah. So that's all my shout outs. Very good. For this week. Some great content on those channels. Yeah. As I said, Anna Yu and Calm Creations, which is Tia. is based here in Australia, and they're both relatively new to Flosstube.
Okay.
And also, from what I can tell, in front of the camera as well. But they're getting, like I noticed from one to the next, they actually feel a little bit more comfortable. So I'm sure that their personalities are really going to start coming out in the next few videos as well. But
I totally understand that.
Yep. Yep. I've been doing this for a while, so that's why I'm comfortable. I can talk. It's like having a conversation, like you're sitting there right with me. And so you'll see a lot of me talking to prompt Bec, because Bec just sometimes goes a little bit quiet.
Yeah,
Give her a kick in the shins under the table, maybe. That'll wake her up. So you'll just see it start doing this.
Oh my God.
And you just would have heard the garbage man go past. We're not going to cut that out. That's just going to stay in there.
Yeah.
No, because we're halfway through a conversation there. So you'll just have to put that. We do it on Thursdays here. So today's the 29th of August here in Australia. So most of you that are probably going to watch this evening will be a day behind. So sorry for the confusion there. But that's pretty much it this week.
Yes, it is. I think
we've covered everything.
We have
covered everything. So again, thank you to all those new people that have come over to join us here on our Flosstube. Yes. And hopefully you'll hang around for a couple of the tutorials that we do, and you'll find something that inspires you to sew. Oh, I forgot to tell you.
What?
Carla from Colour Being Crafty is supposedly is making her bags this week, so we'll get to see that on Sunday. I should be able to. I should get a notification for that to come up. So I'll probably watch that before I go to bed. So you'll have to keep an eye out for Carla and making her bags, because she's not a sewer. I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah,
that we've inspired her to get in and sew.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy about
really
that.
Good.
So that's for this little project, the little project bag. And these ones are great for your little projects. So you can see here that I've got bigger ones that I've made in comparison, sort of about, what, a third of the...
A third.
Yeah, maybe 2/3 of it. Yeah, so basically we have another tutorial coming out in the next couple of weeks on how to just use regular zippers. And this one is obviously made with a cute little lace zipper. So we have that coming up. That'll be a live tutorial as well. It's very, just same thing. Same, but different.
Yeah.
As they say. same, but different. So that's coming out in a couple of weeks. So yeah.
Watch this space for that one. Mm-hmm. It'll be a live tutorial?
Yep. We'll do it as a live tutorial.
Awesome.
Yeah. Project bags are pretty... I mean, I know that I'm seeming a little bit blasé, and I do apologise to the beginners, but they are an easy make.
Yes.
They are. Once you're shown how, you'll go, what was I stressing about? Because you know
me.
what? I said exactly the same thing. When I first started sewing and someone showed me how to make a project bag, I went, really? That's it? I don't know what I was stressed about, because I had someone show me. So that's what I'm here to do, to show you how to do it. And we do it in real time, so you can see actually how quick it is. The only thing I do is cut the fabric off camera.
Yeah, but that's understandable.
Because, I mean, really, who wants to see cutting? You want to see the sewing. No. Alrighty, well, that's it from us today, and we will see you all again. Well, hopefully we'll see you next week. I may be on the road to Uluru. If you're into watching road trips and stuff like that, and crazy people jumping in cars that they've pulled out of paddocks, head over to King of Toe Crew. That's where I'll be hanging out for about a week. We'll be doing live streams and all that sort of stuff. That's my husband's channel. Just a little bit of a plug for him there. Yeah, and you'll get to see our antiques out on the road, and you'll get to see some of this beautiful country as well. So that's it from us today. We'll see you all again next week.
Bye.
Bye for now.